Hey guys, welcome to a special episode of the Banter Bets and BPL podcast. Big news this episode. Obviously, we're a man light here. We were a man light last week. We're actually two men light right now. It's just me, brother Keegs, and Sandy. We'll just get our right out in front of it. Marco, our leading scorer, our talisman, he has quit the podcast. So he's gone. So we're looking to replace him, but losing our leading scorer sucks. But we're dipping into the transfer market. We've identified 3 targets in the transfer market that we're going to look to replace him with. We're going to have those 3 targets on later, give him a bit of a trial, and we're going to see who can win the most money, who can take Marco's spot on the podcast. So we'll keep that coming up later. But for now, we got the loyal boys, brother Keegs, Sandy. Good to see you guys. Both coming off positive weeks for both of you. Sandy, plus 1750. It's been a coon's age since you're in the positive, so good on you for getting the monkey off your back. Keegan's on an absolute tear. Brother Keegs, betting responsible. He's betting $15 a week. This guy's putting up numbers. This guy's putting up stats. $38 last week. He's at negative 6.75. Brother Keegs, you were flirting with 100. I thought you were headed the wrong direction. Talk about your success.
You know what? I've said it probably every podcast, and I got to give some of the credit to Marco for coming up with that idea. I've been using it, and it's been working. So it's a shame to see him go.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna need when you lose your top scorer, you just need players to step up, and I'm hoping that's what we can get from you guys. You guys are headed in the right direction. Sandy, still a lot of work to do, but we finally took that step. What do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be positive, but just dug myself such a big hole. We need some big weeks here, but I know I'm not going to go anywhere swinging for the fences, so I'm just going to stick to it, hit my singles, lay my bunts down, get my gimmies, get my Sheffield and Nils.
So you just used 2 contradictory baseball analogies because you said you're going to swing for the fences, but you're going to get your bunts.
I'm not going to swing for the fences. I can't.
Oh, okay.
I said I need to, but I can't. I know that only goes one way.
Little by little. There you go. Yeah. I like that. All right, boys. Yeah, just to round off, Marco negative 40 last week. Finishes as a negative 595 on the podcast. We'll have someone replace that and take up that balance. Works out kind of well because it's pretty close to even anyway. Myself, I was negative 3 last week. I don't know what I was thinking betting on Arsenal. Obviously, Wolves didn't come through on my huge parlay either, so it wasn't really that close, actually. And then Kieran couldn't catch lightning in a bottle again. He was negative 1581. Still did pretty well. Might have him on eventually as a guest again, but for now, he's a little busy with his exams, I guess. So we'll hit brother Kieran up later for some more winners. But it's just the 3 amigos breaking down these games in absolute expert form, how we do these breakdowns. So we're going to get into it. We're going to give our bets, and then we're going to give the new lads that we've signed to pre-contracts, we're going to give them a run out so you can get off the mark quickly this week. We're going to have another second tryout this weekend, and we'll see. We're going to have a new member of our team, and then as always, we'll have our guest spot back up and running this weekend as well. So you guys ready to get into the games?
For sure.
Let's get to it. All right. What do you guys think? Wolves, Chelsea. I got to say, man, Wolves look absolutely toothless. I bet on them last week. No Jimenez. Is this the end of the Jimenez-Ings debate, Keegan? Ings was out. Southampton just fine. Jimenez out. Wolves don't look like they're ever going to score a goal.
I honestly thought that you were going to twist that in a way that Ings was the better player. So I'm pretty impressed that you managed to pull that back to Jimenez. But I think it is the end of the debate because when Jimenez comes back from a head injury, I don't know how he's going to head the ball ever again. So I think his career might be just about over. So I think it's for sure Ings now.
Is that how you thought I was going to twist that into an Ings being better debate?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I thought you were going to twist in the sense that, well, since both of them can get injured, we can just focus on who the better actual player is, injuries aside, and that's Ings.
Well, because your argument was always that, oh, Jimenez is on a better team, so basically saying his team would be fine without him, and Ings, they really need Ings. But I don't know. Adams was carrying the load. Southampton didn't really miss a beat. Wolves look like missing a beat, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a pretty good point there, but I mean, yeah,
Ings is a system striker. You throw him in that wagon Southampton offense, and I mean anyone could do that job.
Maybe Adams
Right?
is the better player.
I don't know. I just think Southampton's a team on the rise, and Wolves is a team on the going the other way.
Are they? Because I was kind of that
one
thought
brief
crossed my
season on
mind.
the up.
No, that thought crossed my
Yeah.
mind this week, and I'm like, is Wolves kind of done? What do you think, Sandy?
I mean, if that's the truth, then their rise was pretty brief, one season.
Well, they were good the season before. They've been good for 2 seasons now.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was pretty brief. I don't know. Hopefully Jimenez comes back whenever and helps out, but I don't know. That is they spent like 36 million on Fabio Silva, who scored 1 professional goal. I know he hit the post, kind of unlucky actually. He hit the post there and almost scored, but they just, you always wondered when Jimenez isn't there, what's going to happen? This guy plays literally every game and scores 70% of your goals. What's going to happen without him?
Wolves
I guess
had
it wasn't
one.
hard to predict this.
Wolves had one good season, and all of a sudden they thought they were a big 6 hub, and they'd be like, "Yeah, we'll buy a guy after the future. We'll buy one.
Yeah,
And hopefully
seriously.
he'll come around 3 years later." They're like, they didn't realize that they need every single guy they buy to be like an impact player.
Yeah,
We'll
they're like, oh,
tuck this guy away.
top 6 house money. Spend $36 on this kid who's never played before. Whatever.
We'll load him up for a few years. He'll come back to us in good shape.
they're definitely overconfident in Jimenez. Definitely took him for granted. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give one for you guys. Every January we see the token team that needs a striker loans a Premier League striker. Who are your recommendations? Wolves, who are they bringing in on loan from another Premier League team?
Mitrovic.
Ooh, not a bad shout. Mitrovic could use a change of scenery. He lost his spot.
Mitrovic is kind of like a fat Eastern European Jimenez. I don't know.
Yeah, some similarities in game style too. I like it. Keegan, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I got to think about that for a minute. What's yours?
I'm
Who's
gonna
kicking
say
out of
I'm
the
gonna go.
championship?
I'm just gonna look at the team across the way here, Chelsea, that they're playing.
Oh,
Is this the
I like
Giroud?
the direction.
Is
I
this
like the direction.
The Giroud loan team?
Do you think? Ooh, that'd be
Or
spicy.
do Chelsea do what they do every year when it comes to, oh, it's December. Okay, you know what? We're gonna throw Giroud out for a couple games. He's gonna score a couple goals, and we're gonna be like, Olivier, you're really key to this team. We can't let you go on loan in January. We can't sell you. And he's like, oh yeah, okay, guys. Yeah, I'm here to stay. February 1st hits, Giroud's on the bench. Not playing.
I mean, Everton result aside, I think like before that, he kind of forced his way back in, like back into the team with his performances. So
Giroud's kind of weird. Like, I don't know if he really suits Chelsea because he doesn't really do very good in the link up. He just flashes on those corners. He's just so deadly on those, but that's only such a small fraction of the game. I don't know.
I kind of disagree with that.
He's mercurial. He's tough to really decide like whether or not he belongs in a big 16.
I'm gonna slightly disagree with that. I think he's definitely a good link up player, but it's just it's just the pace, really. There's not really much of a counterattack when you have Giroud on, but I think you need link up.
Yeah, when you're like center backs, you got to know what to play ahead of your striker. That's a bit of a problem. They're overlapping the striker.
Yeah, honestly, like I've always wondered, like, I'm not fast. Keegan, you're faster than me. Do you think you're as fast as like a really slow Premier League player, like the slowest player in the league in a sprint?
I mean, I would hope so. Like, I think me going up against prime Mertesacker, I'd hopefully win that battle.
Yeah,
I hope
so, eh?
us would
Yeah.
win that battle.
I've always
We
wondered
talking
that.
like a 40 or 100 here? Because I'm sure Per could get going over the 100.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
true too. But I don't know. I feel like the average player, like if you're looking at FIFA, like probably like the 60 to 70 pacers would beat us in a race probably pretty comfortably.
For sure. Yeah, I wouldn't be confident really against anyone in a race myself. You're a little faster. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Per Mertesacker, I know you're a little older now, but if you're out there, fan of the pod, Brother Keegs just called you out. He wants to race you. So if we could get that up and running, then that'd be great.
Or you could just tweet his 40 time and we can compare.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they need they need a soccer combine so we can strut our stuff against the professional soccer
exactly.
players of the world.
Exactly,
The MLS
because
combine.
all we can do is
combine post the results.
But yeah, I don't know. For this game, I can't see Wolves beating them just because I can't see Wolves where the goals are going to come from. Podence and Neto look fun. You guys see Neto's his cheeky little Rabana that he kind of like pulled out of nowhere?
I did not catch that one, but
it was kind of just like he was dribbling, twisting, turning guys, and then he just pulled out like an awesome Rabana cross that was like wasn't even set up. It was just like immediate transition into Rabana, and I forget who it was. I think Den Donker hit it right at the keeper, almost scored, but like should have scored probably.
Leave it to Den Donker to ruin a good move, eh?
Yeah, freaking Den Donker. He's not Portuguese. Not Spanish. What's he doing in the Wolves team?
Podence and Neto, I feel like if you put those two in front of me, I wouldn't be able to tell them apart. I don't think they look similar, but I just kind of like use them interchangeably.
They don't look similar. You just haven't been watching enough Wolves.
Just these skilled wingers that.
They're both small, but Podence is tiny. Podence has got to be like 5'3".
Oh, really?
Yeah, that man has got it. He's a dribbling. He's awesome to watch, though. Dribbling, change of direction. You watched him, Keegs?
Yeah.
All right. You know what?
Yep.
I think what we're actually going to do, we're going to take a little bit of a break here because we have Chris in the waiting room here. He wants to show his stuff. So this is going to be our first trial, actually. We're going to welcome Chris on. He's doing us a solid here because he wanted to show his stuff, but he's got to work early in the morning, and it's a little late back in the Eastern time zone. So we're going to let Chris on here, even though maybe we'll ask him about Chelsea, but we're going to get Chris's picks for this weekend. So you guys are getting some bonus picks this weekend, listeners. Here's Chris, the first trialist, to give his picks, because I want to get this guy to bed. So all right, we're going to let Chris in here. Welcome back to the podcast. He's out of bed. It looks like he's got some sort of jersey on as well, connecting to audio. Chris Pike, welcome back, buddy.
Glad to be here.
Jumping in mid-podcast. Is that your Grealish jersey?
Is that your Grealish jersey that you're trying to get rid of?
It's for sale if you guys want
it. Chris has a Grealish jersey for sale, and hopefully he's got some winners. Chris, we're going to do this pretty quick. I know you're a man who's got to catch some shut-eye, go out and work tomorrow. So why don't you give me your picks, buddy? You got $50 to spend. This is your trial. Earn your permanent spot on the pod, buddy.
All right. First of all, just because this is replacing Marco Calistro, I'm going to put $20 straight up on Chelsea. Chelsea to win.
All right. $20 on Chelsea.
Diving in there. And then we're going for the Leicester Everton. I'm going the over for that. That'll be a 10 on that.
Okay. So over in Leicester Everton, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. What else you got? You got 20 more bucks.
I got the Arsenal game. I got $10 on Southampton winning.
I love it. I have the same bet. I love the Arsenal disrespect.
Yeah.
Well, I just because Southampton's like one of the hottest teams, and Arsenal's one of the coldest teams, so I figured take advantage of that.
I think we're gonna mush Southampton this weekend.
Yeah.
And
or this week.
I've got Villa Burnley. I got the under for that one.
Under in a Burnley game? Where'd you get that idea from?
I'm a fellow listener of the pod. So yeah, 10 on that. So yeah, so those three at 10, and then the Chelsea one was 20.
All right. That's a nice $50, Pike. Keeping it nice and simple, not too nothing crazy. I'm sure Cam will come on later with something crazy. So slow and steady might win the race. We'll see what Cody has. I guess I'm giving away the guess. It's going to be Chris, Cam, Cody, the 3 C's.
Yeah, my philosophy was most people on this pod lose by making these crazy parlays, crazy goal score parlays. So I just thought if I keep it simple, the odds are I won't lose as much.
Jeez. Come on, Chris, this is a job interview. You're making fun of your employers here. I don't know, bold strategy.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see if it pays off, I guess.
You're right, Pike. You can chirp us all you want. If you win these bets, money talks. We'll hire you.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
Perfect.
There you go, listeners. There's some extra Chris Pike bets. Listener, fan of the pod, looking to make his dream come true and be a part of the pod. Love to see it. Hopefully your dream can come true, Chris.
I really hope so. Fuck.
He really needs this one.
I'm rooting for you, Chris. I'm rooting for you, Pike.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Especially
All
with
right,
that
Pike.
Groove Jay.
We'll let you
Give
get
my-
to bed. We're going to get back. We're going to get those other guys on as well. Keep previewing these games. But thanks for coming, man.
All right.
And best of
happy to
luck.
be here. Thank you. All right. See you, boys.
See ya.
See you, dude. Pike's gotta go be a public servant in these difficult times.
Oh, I gotta love
Serving
that.
the needs of
Pike.
many.
Um,
Just a meat,
All right.
just a meat and potatoes slate from a meat and potatoes guy. You know, now we're thinking it.
That was probably the sleepiest bets I've ever seen.
well, he went to bed, so yeah, it was sleepy because he went to bed and he told me to set an alarm to come back on. So I love that commitment from the guy. He woke up like that, rolled out of bed, gives us $50 for spread over 4 bets. Hopefully Pike gets some winners in there. All right, guys, why don't we move a little quicker here because we do got some guys waiting to get on the pod. I told them it's delayed a little bit, but Man City, West Brom, we don't need to talk much about this, right? Or has West Brom or Man City done anything of note lately?
You don't see a line like this too often in a soccer game.
You don't see it 21-1 in the Premier League.
You love to see a dog like that, but yeah, I mean, you don't really give West Brom much of a chance here, do you? Do you, boys?
No. One thing I'd like to say about Man City is Sterling, whenever he plays against Wan-Bissaka, he gets absolutely shut down. Wan-Bissaka is the Sterling kryptonite. Because he did it again. And that's why Man United have success. Sterling's one of the Man City's best players. Wan-Bissaka just shuts him down every time.
Does Sterling have one kryptonite, or is he just not very good? I don't know. I feel like he gets shut down a lot.
I think Sterling's good. I think Sterling's good.
He's pretty good, but I don't know if he has a kryptonite. I mean, I think he gets
Maybe
shut
it's
down
just
by lots of
Man
people.
United bias speaking, but I feel like Wan-Bissaka gets his number every single time.
Yeah, I don't know. Who has Wan-Bissaka's number? He seems like he just dominates everyone. That guy's has a
Zaha
bright spot.
absolutely tears Wan-Bissaka a new one every time he plays them.
That's because Zaha just loves playing Man United. Great memories.
Yeah, he does.
It's a revenge game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Not much to report on that one, eh, guys?
No, sir.
Moving it right along. This is a fun one. I got a little more to say on this one. Arsenal, Southampton. Are Arsenal getting relegated? Sandy Davidson Hunt, lock in an answer right now.
I mean,
No sitting on the
unless like
fence.
no, there's just there's too many bad teams out there.
Yeah.
Too many other bad teams.
Keegan,
If
are
this was-
Arsenal getting relegated?
Since this is a betting podcast, I'm gonna put this in betting terms here. If I saw a number of, let's say about 8.0 on Arsenal, yes, they will get relegated, I'd seriously consider making that bet.
Oh, Sandy makes a good point, though. It is kind of like a lot of bad teams in the league this year. Kind of. We're beginning to see a bit of life out of West Brom and Fulham and Burnley, obviously, who just beat Arsenal. It would be fun if this was like a year where, there's actually a lot of good teams and Arsenal really would have a chance. But I don't think they have a chance getting relegated. I would like to look up if there's some odds and maybe toss a couple little bucks just because that would be legendary.
Yeah, that would be an awesome moment.
Yeah.
It's just something that like what would happen to a football club like that gets relegated.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you just
yeah.
They'd probably just get washed away. You'd never hear about Arsenal again.
I mean,
Everyone would jump off.
no, I doubt that. I feel like they'd probably come back the next season, but probably going to be mid-table
I
mediocrity.
mean, they're
the
forever
rest of their
disgraced.
existence.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at the table. They'd have to get jumped by Fulham, Burnley, Brighton. I mean, we can already chalk up West Brom and Sheffield for relegation, I think. So it's
Definitely
just
Sheffield.
it's just tough. It's tough to see it happening, but it is just great. I mean, they're still 15th and they're I don't know. I feel like they can't get any worse, right? Like they've just been so bad.
Well, can they get any worse? Are they losing this game? I think they're losing this game.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a bet that every single person's going to make on this podcast. Southampton to win this game.
Yeah, I've got it. Sounds like you boys got it. Surprise! Oh yeah, well Chris Pike just had it. Yeah, I would be surprised if Cam and Cody don't.
I mean, you're crazy not to bet it. It's going to be a great number, and Southampton is just better. And we had the stats last week. Away teams are doing better. They're winning more. So
I'm liking the away slate this week.
It'd be stupid not to make it, but I am concerned about the mush factor of everyone taking a bet.
Yeah. Yeah, that does scare me a bit. Do you guys think Arteta is ever going to play anyone new, or is he just going to keep rolling out the same guys that lose every week and expect different results? Definition of insanity, right? Same thing, expecting different results.
I will say this about it. Martinelli coming back from injury. Cody picked him up in fantasy. I'm not sure if he did another Cody emotional, pick someone up and then drop him the week after. But I think that might turn out to be a decent pickup right there. I mean, the team's playing so bad, like you gotta hope that they're gonna rotate, and he could be
I tell you,
something for them.
I like Martinelli a lot. He was sick last year. Well, maybe not sick. That might be a bit strong, but he was exciting last year. I don't know. I've been holding Nketiah as my third forward, just thinking, just give him one game, but they just never play him. And I know Nketiah is not great. Martinelli's definitely a better player, but you'd think they'd at least try something. They played him a lot more last year. I don't know why he's so resistant to change now. It seemed like he would play, like when Arteta came in last year, they would play good and then he'd change the lineup. But now that they're playing bad, he never changes the lineup.
And what the hell's with their discipline issues right now? Pepe straight red for headbutting. Xhaka throws out a choke slam that Undertaker would be proud of, red card. And I honestly thought El Nani was going to get a red card for that, I don't know, kind of push to the.
He probably should have gotten one.
Maybe. Thought that was going to be a red card as well. And
Arteta's lost the room.
Do you think
no
that's
control
just,
over the lads?
Do you think that these are just freak incidences from the same team, or do you think that there's actually like one reason that you can put that to?
Well, I think it's stupid players doing stupid things. And I actually wanted to bring up, because a couple stupid players this weekend doing stupid stuff, and it's not for the first time. So I've got 3 candidates for the stupid 11, the stupidity 11, whatever we want to call it. So I'm going to pencil in, and this was actually Mike's shout out. Mike shouted this out before the Arsenal game even happened. He said, because I brought up in the group chat, who would be in the stupidity 11? He said Xhaka. Xhaka went the next day and proved him right. I said Douglas Luiz has got to be in there. He got a red card too for being stupid, right? His elbow to the face. And then we got to put Abubakar Camara in there, because he did the classic jump in the wall this, turn, give the penalty away. And Camara's the guy that was super stupid last year, or 2 seasons ago as well, right? When he was the one saying he needs to take the penalties, or what was it? And didn't he get like arrested or something?
Yeah, I vaguely remember that penalty story, but it's definitely escaping me. But yeah, I mean, the handball is just classic. Like, it's classic, like house league soccer. Guys jumping up in the wall with their arms all over the place,
spinning around.
Yeah, just turn his back to it. Even if he keeps his arms down, you just hate to see that as like someone watching it, and just guys making a mess of the wall.
Yeah. So yeah, those are my 3 in the stupidity 11. That can be an active document that we can add players throughout the season. Listeners, if you got any recommendations for the stupid 11, let us know. Past or present players. Obviously the manager, and he's a manager
Pickford.
right now. Do you guys?
We have to put Pickford in the stupid 11.
Pickford, yeah, I agree. Pickford is
Pickford's
probably the
in the
goalie
stupid
in the
11.
stupid 11.
I don't know. Looking pretty smart after taking the Van Dijk out for the season. No call. Pretty intelligent.
You got away with that. Fair enough. Yeah, maybe he's a genius and we just don't realize it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
he's the man who can make injuring guys intentionally look unintentional is a dangerous man.
Even with VAR coming after everyone, he's still got past the security cameras.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, VAR.
He's
Um,
a silent assassin.
So my shout, and this is a shoe-in for manager. He's a current manager on a lower league team, and he's a former Premier League player. You guys know who I'm thinking of? He would be the captain of the stupid 11, but we'll have him as manager since he's retired now.
I don't know about if he's a manager, but I feel like he must be talking about Joey Barton.
Yeah,
John
Joey
Terry.
Barton. Yeah,
Oh, where is he?
he manages Fleetwood Town.
Oh.
So Joey Barton's managing our Premier League stupid 11. He can get a game every once in a while just to show off more stupidity. So yeah, we've got Joey Barton manager, Pickford in net, Xhaka and Louise in center mid, and Camera up front. If anyone else has got some shout outs, we'll look to build out that 11 throughout the season.
Arsenal should think about bringing in Joey Barton to solve their discipline issues.
Yeah.
Just having him as the
fun.
enforcer on the staff.
Yeah, maybe that would be like work
Yeah.
opposite because Barton was so undisciplined. So he'd be like, I don't know, the players would see him and be like, oh, we don't want to be like this loser.
He'll just be like, if anyone gets sent off tonight, lad, I'm gonna kick your teeth in. And then, I'll go from there.
And I'm training next week.
Yeah.
All
You gotta
right.
have some fear of your manager. I doubt there's much fear of Mikel Arteta.
No, soft-spoken Spaniard. Absolutely not. You're right. Okay,
Just a little pretty boy.
moving on to Leeds Newcastle. We got an awesome email from William Ezard about this one. So we'll have to do a bit of a slight deep dive into here. Here's the email. Considering the upcoming Leeds versus Newcastle game features the chosen one, Patrick Bamford, who we gave that nickname, against Voldemort with a nose, Shelby, who kind of looks like Voldemort with a nose. Will the pod be making their bets based on the game being played at Ellen Road or on the Hogwarts Quidditch pitch? Also, assuming that Leeds are Dumbledore's army, or Dumbledore's army, the Order of the Phoenix, he might have said instead, but I don't know, whichever he prefers. Dumbledore's army, Order of the Phoenix, kind of merged at the end anyway. I'm getting sidetracked. And Newcastle are the Death Eaters. What are your panel's picks for the Harry Potter role for the players?
I got one. I got one.
Oh, you got one? Okay, hold it, because here's Bill's. Dumbledore's army. Bielsa is Dumbledore, of course, but he kind of looks like Mad Eye Moody. Fair enough. Bamford is Harry, of course. Meslier is Oliver Wood. Love that shout out. Kind of looks like him.
That's disrespectful to Oliver Wood, in all fairness.
Meslier has kind of been shaky.
Meslier is a bum.
Wood was one of the best keepers probably in Hogwarts history, I'd say.
Class act. I mean, I can't believe he didn't make it the England squad. He's on a fast track to the England squad.
No kidding. Well, maybe he wasn't English, Wood. Maybe he was Irish.
Could have been an Irishman, yeah.
Yeah.
Very well been Irish.
Could have been in the World Cup there playing against Victor Krum.
Mm-hmm.
Click. He has his Ron. Not really sure why. And then Ailing and Harrison are Fred and George because they look so similar with their man buns. I like that one. Although they don't look like Fred and George, they look like they could be twins maybe. And then on the Death Eater side, Newcastle, Shelby is Voldemort, he who must not be named. Steve Bruce is Peter Pettigrew. I think that would be in reference to being a traitor because he used to manage Sunderland, now he manages Newcastle. DeAndre Yedlin is Fenrir Greyback, the werewolf, maybe just because he looks kind of werewolf-like. Maddie and Sean Longstaff are Amicus and Electo Caro. So that's a very deep cut. If Dad knows those names just based off his memory, then good for him. Yeah.
I feel like he's been doing some reading of the Harry Potter books of late.
Yeah, he must be. And then Andy Carroll is Antonin Dolohov because he is fearsome, although he could be Lucius Malfoy because Malfoy was present in battles about as much as Carroll is present in games, like that shot at Malfoy. And I guess Carroll by extension as well. Maybe a little harsh on Carroll. Not his fault. Malfoy was just a coward.
You could go Andy Carroll maybe as I mean, I like his call on Fred and George, but I'd say Andy Carroll's a little bit of a beater. So slot him in one of those roles.
Yeah, Andy Carroll is the beater for the Death Eaters Quidditch team.
Yeah.
Keegs, you got anything?
I'm penciling Dallas as the shape changer guy, Remus Lupin.
Why do you say that?
Because they're just versatile individuals. Lupin can shape change from a werewolf to a human. Dallas can shape change from a left back to a striker.
Yeah,
You know,
fair enough. It's a good shout too. I'm gonna say Calvin Phillips is Hermione, just because the responsible one that kind of keeps the train moving. There keeps planning. Hermione's planning everything. She's the responsible one. Meanwhile, kind of Calvin Phillips is kind of the glue that holds the Leeds team together, just as Hermione is the glue that holds kind of the three amigos there together.
do we
Be
have a Neville?
interested.
Do we have a
I'd be
Neville on
interested.
Leeds?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was about to bring up the exact same point. Who's the
Maybe
Neville?
Rafinha, a little bit lanky and undoing, but I don't know, gets the job done. Effective.
I think Bamford would be a good Neville if he wasn't already harried, just because Bamford was kind of garbage before this year. Everyone was like, oh, I can't do it, underrated player, and now he's banging him in. Kind of a coming of age story, just like Neville's character.
Yeah. Just kind of the like the 3-star recruit
Yeah,
that
exactly.
that finds his way. Maybe I'm trying to think. Is Alioski could be our I guess Victor Crumb doesn't really make an appearance. I was thinking just the Eastern Europeans, kind of the hardos.
I think Alioski would be a good Malfoy, but he's on the wrong team.
Yeah. Is there any just absolute thugs in Dumbledore's army?
No, not really. Can't think of it. All right. That was a good email. Appreciate it, Dad. I think we might have these other two chuckleheads on here to give their picks because they've been waiting patiently as well. They're in Eastern time. They want to get to bed. So I think we're going to have a little bit of a break. We'll break down the rest of the games, but we're going to have those guys on to make their picks. We're exactly halfway, actually. Or no, we're not quite halfway. So we'll have them on to make their picks, and then I think we'll break down the rest and give them our picks. All right, guys?
Spoiler alert, some stinkers on the way from Cody.
All right. Well, let's see. Got these guys in the waiting room. We'll bring them in now. So we heard Chris Pike's picks. The deal was I gave these guys $50 for this midweek game week and $50 for the weekend. Told them go earn it. Coach Cam thought he was above the process. Wanted the spot just hand wrapped and given to him as like a Christmas present. But I said, Coach Cam, you got to earn it, buddy. Oh, I don't think he heard that because his headphones weren't in. So
no, actually, my headphones are playing music from my phone. I put them in to drown out what you were saying. To be honest.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
I'm just kidding. But
so we got Coach Cam and Cody on here. Guys, Chris has actually been in already. He made his picks. I'm not going to reveal them. Don't want you guys copying them. They were pretty awesome.
that's what I actually was looking forward to, the copying Chris Pike.
But you guys got $50. This is your trial. Like I said, we lost our leading scorer, but we're dipping into the transfer market to replace him. So show us what you guys can do. We've got our scouts out, checking out your guys' football. So or your betting. So we're gonna go with Coach Cam first. He's been on the podcast a couple more times. He does have a bit of a higher pedigree than Cody when it comes to betting. So Coach Cam, you get the honors of going first.
Oh, hello, hello everybody. Sorry, I showed up a tad late. But to be fair, I was also waiting in the lobby for a little bit as well. So, but no, let's get into the betting. So, okay, so my first bet is a $5 parlay. I parlayed Man City to win. Sorry, this thing is so big on your laptop. City to win.
Okay.
Leeds to win.
City.
Leeds. United to win. Pained me to say it, and Southampton to win.
And Southampton to win.
Beat
All
Arsenal.
right.
Coming in hot out of the gate.
Parlay. It's gonna really suck when Man City screws that one over and you risk them at 1.09.
It's funny you said it because I bet on City multiple times this year and was super disappointed with the outcome. So hopefully this isn't the case.
This seems like a safe bet.
So I put 5 on that. The only one I'm really worried about, to be 100% honest, is Southampton and Arsenal. Not even. I'm just kidding. It's the Man United, Sheffield United. I can see Sheffield. The only time they're going to produce any sort of points would be probably against United. So I'm a little worried about that. But I have faith in Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes and whoever else is on that team. I don't even know.
I think you should be more worried about Leeds.
Yeah, I don't know. Leeds are they're goal scorers. So I hope they can just score more than Newcastle. I guess that's the the main thing because their defenses both are garbage.
All right,
They
keep it
win
moving,
soccer
Cam.
games.
That's 5.
Go
You
ahead.
got 45 left.
Oh, I have to do 50 all right now. Oh,
Yep.
shit. Knowing rules beforehand would probably be a little better, wouldn't it?
Ooh,
I
throwing a
posted them
wrench
in the
his
chat
algorithm.
today. You didn't read it.
Oh my gosh, when I saw that message in the chat, I look at the chat, there's like it was like 350 messages. I'm not scrolling up to see the rules.
You gotta read the fine print.
I'm gonna just, if this math makes it, I'm just gonna double all the bets I made because I made $25 with the bet. So make
Oh,
that whatever I put down.
That math
make it
does
10.
make sense. Perfect.
Yeah,
Teacher Liam, can we confirm?
I can
if
confirm
double-
25 times 2, 50.
But I'm just making sure that if I double every individual bet, that it still equals 50.
Well, yeah. If
bet.
you had 25 set aside and
Okay.
you double every bet, then should take
Okay,
us.
I'm just making sure if you double every individual bet, so then whatever the payout was, double that because I'm just going
Oh.
to $5 bet to $10 bet.
So you're
Yes.
coming into our house, Cam, and making us do extra work. Wow.
I
He's got
know.
prepared.
I know. I'm usually way more prepared than this. I'm a little flustered. I'm nervous to be in the presence of such betting gods.
Gotta be able to think on your feet, Cam. This is
Now he's trying to butter
it's a
up to
pressure
us.
cooker.
Oh, he's nervous on his tryout.
I
A
know
little wobble.
it's a little it's a little trial right now. Okay, so next bet I'm parlaying an over 2.5 for all three of these. It's the City and West Brom game. The West Ham, whoever West Ham plays, Crystal Palace and Leicester Everton. I'm parlaying those three over 2.5. The payout here for $5 is $22.45. So for $10 would be $44.90 would be the
Perfect.
payout.
Okay.
The next one I'm doing after that is a goal scoring parlay with goal scorers. Again, I've been on the pod many times. If you're a listener and a fan and you're taking after my bets for whatever reason, you have to void if they don't start. You have to. But because I'm not sure if these players are going to start, they just played on the weekend. Some of them didn't. So I'm not really sure what's going on. But I parlayed Abraham to score, Patrick Bamford to score, Danny Ings to score. And I really hope this last one hits. Sergio Aguero, I want to see him back. I really, really, really think he's going to play. Those four, $5 pays $73.28. So $10 would be $146.56.
Swinging for the fences. Keep it going, Cam.
My next one was just Tottenham to beat Liverpool and Chelsea to beat Wolves. I parlayed those two together. I was going to fit in the Tottenham other one, but I thought, I really wanted to bet Tottenham to beat Liverpool. I didn't want it to have a fat parlay because I don't know. I didn't want to risk it, so I thought I'll put it in a smaller parlay. So I parlayed those two. $5 paid $38.25, so $10 would be $76.50. Then you guys are lucky, actually. The viewers, you guys are lucky because I actually have two Campedic specials coming at you live. Two Campedic specials coming at you live. I hope one of them hits, of course. If any of my bets hit, it seems like I'm going to be making money anyway. But the first one is Burnley and Aston Villa. I have Chris Wood to score first and Aston Villa to win. 250 paid out 57.50. So $5 would pay out $115, which is nice. And then my last $5, I have another Campedic. This one was a little more tricky because I actually had it Vardy to score first, let Everton win, but I actually switched it after some deep thought. I have DCL scoring first and Leicester to win instead. They both were 31-1 odds, so it didn't really matter. But it was 77.50 payout of 250, so double that would be $155. So those are my bets for $50. And yeah, and if viewers at home are like, that's not the proper math, I'm sorry, I had them all at 5 and 250, so I had to double it in my head, the payouts amounts. So hopefully that's right. I think it was. I did those pretty quickly.
In case any of the other viewers at home are still struggling with their ×2 multiplication tables like Coach Cam is, I can help you out with that. We've been working on that hard in school.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I just wanted to make sure
The terrible twos, they call them, I think.
Yeah, the terrible twos. We've been struggling through.
They are the terrible twos. I've always found twos harder than the nines.
Well, I can add you to my Google Classroom, Cam, if you'd like.
Please do.
We have a question du jour up there that you might want to tackle.
Oh my gosh, that'd make it worse. I think in a different language would make the multiplication would probably be a little worse. I don't really know my numbers in French that well. Only up to 100, I think. So
okay. All right, Coach Cam.
after that,
Swinging
I
for the
guess-
fences. He's not. If he hits one,
I
of
don't
those
think
bets, he's
I
gonna be
really
happy.
think that I had a feeling you were gonna say that, and I don't think I'm really swinging that much, to be honest. I don't think I'm swinging at all. Because I have another set of bets, and I actually wrote down these are swinging to the fences bets, and I'm like, I have to play it a little safer because I'm on trial here. I can't be trying to dribble 3 players. I just have to be in front of the net and tapping them in, right?
Can you just preview your most ridiculous bet from what is swinging from the fences, that section? Because
Yeah, can you let us know? Give
I
us
just
your
wanna-
favorite swing from the fences one.
yeah, I just want to put those into context because those seem pretty.
I have a 6-team parlay with 6 draws. So yeah, I've
Yeah.
You always see,
parlay.
That
you
would
always seen hear my
qualify as
stat
swinging for the
last weekend.
fences.
So I thought that was pretty crazy. I'm like, that's pretty crazy. I think that one's pretty crazy. I also like to, when I pick goal scorers, I like to pick one goal scorer from each game. So I did that, a parlay with every game, one goal scorer. And I thought that would be pretty crazy. So I just limited down to 4 that I think are going to score. Yeah, I don't know. And then the Campanic specials they're always going to be swings for the fences. So those don't apply. But my other 4 bets, I think are pretty good.
All right,
This-
Cam. Thank you.
Unless you guys disagree, but I don't know.
Appreciate the bets. Best of luck to you. We're gonna hear Cody's $50 now and where he spent his money. Cody, you were on one earlier in the season. I'm not sure you won a bet, but you've been training hard in the off season. We've had scouts. We've been seeing. So we invited you for this trial, and let's see what you got.
Too terrible, but it's not in the positive, so it doesn't matter. Let's start it off. Spurs over Liverpool, $5. Just straight up. 5 pays $23.50. Got the Spurs jersey on, Sun on the back. So in that nature, I'm gonna double down on that and go Sun to score it every time. $5 pays out $17.50.
Did you say to score it every time?
Anytime.
Every time he's scoring every goal.
There's not going to be a time at all during the game that Sun isn't scoring.
Sun scores in all the big games he has so far this year. So
Fair enough. Okay.
That's a pretty good number on Sun to score.
yeah,
Honestly, all jokes aside,
Score every time. It's a pretty good number.
that man is no joke.
moving on, I got Man City -2.5 handicap over West Brom. 10 pays 19.
We're gonna have to ask you to keep the chirps to a minimum, Cameron. This is a professional tryout, and we want you acting as a professional.
Oh my God! Stop
Yeah.
that.
Okay, Cody, continue.
Moving on, I got Newcastle draw no bet over versus Leeds.
Very nice.
5 pays 16.50.
Like that.
After that, I got Crystal Palace draw no bet versus West Ham.
Okay.
5 on that pays 12.50.
Very nice.
Cody, you got to man up and just pick a side in those. You lose so much value on the draw no bet.
See what happens. Hoping on the draws. Then I got a goal scorer, Jared Bowen, to score at any time. 5 pays 16 against Crystal Palace. Then I've got another one of Liam's fantasy players, Lookman, to score at any time.
Ooh.
5 pays 22.50.
I'll be cheering for you, Cody, because that means my fantasy team will be doing good.
Yeah.
Fair play.
And then 2 final ones, a couple of interesting ones. I got Ivanovic to get a yellow card.
I like that one actually. I like that one.
5 pays 22.50. He's playing against City. They're gonna get dominated the whole game. I'm just thinking he's just gonna put a friggin'
stud in.
rash tackle in. And then the last one's another yellow card one. Jamal Lewis to get a yellow. Five pays $25.
Paul Lewis plays on Newcastle.
Jeez, Cody
And
really
plays
really did his homework on this.
Jamal
My only
Lewis,
thing is,
left back on Newcastle playing Leeds. Leeds is going to attack the entire game. It's going to be back and forth. He's going up against Rafinha, skillful player. Couple lunges in. He's kind of shit too. So
is Ivanovic fast enough to even get close enough to a Man City player to foul them though?
I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a handball or something.
Handball the stuff pass. No, not another attack.
It'll be like an off-ball corner kick foul or something.
He'll be huffing and puffing. He'll be sweating, huffing and puffing. The ball will go past and stick his hand out quickly. Take the break. Take the other.
Try to get away with it.
Yeah, that's all I have.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Have a good run out. Don't leave anything out on the pitch. And we'll have you guys back for the weekend to see how you guys do, and then have the second leg of your tryout.
Perfect.
So thanks. The second leg, I guess the same rules apply.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fair play. Good luck, Cody. I guess good luck everybody. Everyone's betting this week, but
All right. Thanks for coming on, guys. We're gonna finish off this pod, and then one of you possibly will be on here permanently.
Cool. See you guys.
See ya.
See ya, boys.
oh wait, I don't have to stay anymore.
Nope, you're all good. You can go to bed.
Well, could I stay?
You can stay, but we want to finish this thing off pretty quick. So because we've been kind of monologuing for a while here. So
We'll let you get one opinion in. What game do you want to talk about?
yeah, what game you want to talk about?
What's your hottest take you've been sitting on? You're
For me?
squatting on.
The Liverpool Tottenham match.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Take it.
Let's
Do
go
it.
for it. What do you guys say?
I think that Liverpool, I picked Spurs to win, so I think that Tottenham's going to win. I actually think that Tottenham, are in a shoe-in to win the title. So,
Are a shoe-in to win the title.
Shoe-in. But yeah, I think that Liverpool on the week, they just drew one of the worst teams I think in the Premier League.
Whoa! We've been slandering Fulham
You've been
far too long,
right.
far too often,
One of
and incorrectly.
And I think one of would be like one of the three. And I think the three worst teams are West Brom, Fulham, and Sheffield. And I think they're all going to go down, to be honest. So, yeah. And then I know they're playing around with injuries, Liverpool a little bit. They have to rotate a little bit. And I don't know. I also could be giving the critics because last time I said this exact same thing. There were injuries. They had to put in some players. They ended up winning 4-0. So who knows? But I think that Tottenham's a stronger team. I think Mourinho has them on the right track. I think the form that Son and Harry Kane in are almost unstoppable. So, if not unstoppable. So I think that they're going to get the job done at the end of the day. So
There you have it, folks. Tottenham shoe-in for the title. Coach Cam, never one to shy away from bold predictions, drops another one.
yeah, you could probably just make one. There's a YouTube video of my predictions.
A montage.
There's a bold predictions by Coach Cam.
All right, Coach Cam. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Oh, okay. I was actually never mind. Okay, see you guys.
You'll be on permanently if you earn it. Promise.
Oh, I know that's fine. Okay. See you guys.
See ya. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's push through these guys. Coach,
Cam definitely wanted to stick around a bit longer, but
I know, but we're going on an hour here.
Completely unbiased journalists, analysts, whatever you want to call us.
All right, Fulham Brighton. Quickly, I like Fulham. I didn't know De Cordova Reed, Bobby Reed, the right back, the lad had a shot like that in him against Liverpool. It was a great finish.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I had not been paying too much attention to Fulham this season. I just kind of had them penciled in as a shitty team. Didn't really care much about them. Don't think I paid attention to them. I watched that game and I was very impressed with their play. They're a little frisky, as we like to describe teams, and they look good. So
they're officially in the frisky basket.
I know, and I think with a good matchup against another fun team that I love, I think this is going to be a great game to watch. So
it's a frisky off. We got ourselves a good old fashioned frisky
a little frisk off.
Yeah. couple of frisky teams that don't look to win.
Yeah.
So
A midweek frisk off up in
is
London.
was Bobby Reed playing a wingback again?
No, I
Yep.
think he was forward
pitch?
a lot. He just owns that right side, man. Up, down, around. He's
Oh.
everywhere.
And
It is-
what a hit.
It's strange when the strike on your team is the worst finisher on your team, though. It's a little peculiar, but yeah.
Hey, if that's the case, just make him a right back, and then he'll score goals like that.
No, I was talking about Cavallero. Do you catch some of those?
Oh.
Some like the chances he had. Keegan
Yeah.
Eddie watched the game.
Yeah. And the commentators were ripping into him a little bit, but at the same time they were basically saying, well, yeah, he's not as good in front of goal, but he's pretty much better than Mitrovic because he moves.
Love it. That's very true. If only you could combine players, right? And get actual moving from Caballero and finishing from Mitrovic.
Yeah, what do you say about your boys Brighton Keegs? That was a bit of a dud against Leicester.
When I missed that game, it was playoff season for football. So I had that on during the time. And then I actually switched over to watch the Arsenal game. I watched the second half of the Arsenal game. So to be honest, once I saw that Lamptey wasn't in the lineup, didn't seem like a game worth watching.
Yeah, fair enough. It was 3-0 pretty quick, eh?
Yeah, I think there's a bounce back spot for Brighton, to be honest. But why don't we move on? Cam touched on Liverpool, Tottenham. I don't know. I think this has got 0-0 written all over it. Jose Mourinho defensive away at Liverpool. I think this has got 0-0 written all over it.
Yeah, I'm going Tottenham, but I'm definitely starting my Tottenham defenders in fantasy with some confidence that they're gonna keep a clean sheet here. We know what they're gonna do. They're gonna go out there. Bus is gonna be parked in front of their goal, and we know what's gonna happen here. Three straight clean sheets in their last 3 games before Crystal Palace. 3 straight clean sheets against Arsenal, Chelsea, City. Just parking the bus, so we know what we're gonna get. And the under number is disrespectful as always.
Oh yeah, I'm on the under on this
to
one.
Jose's bus parking.
Yeah, it is. It really is disrespectful to Jose's butt parking. They're begging to lose money.
This game's got stinker written all over it.
Yeah, agreed. All right.
Same time as Fulham Brighton. I think you know which game I recommend watching.
Yeah, honestly, I guarantee Fulham Brighton is more exciting. You're right, Keegan. But yeah, okay. West Ham Palace. West Ham, nice win, nice team. Nice win, nice team. Status quo. We're just happy with West Ham as a solid team. Is this the game they lose when they're expected to win, or what do you guys think?
No comment.
I think this could be a bit of a banana skin. I do think they're a lot better than Palace, though. Never know.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Don't care too much about either of these teams.
Don't know, don't care. Let's
and
move
I think
right
it's
along.
going to be a boring game because every Palace game's boring.
Let's move right along. Speaking of boring games, is this boring, Aston Villa Burnley, or is this one to watch? I guess any game with Jack Grealish is one to watch.
Yeah, I haven't caught much of Villa lately. I don't really know what they've been up to, but Grealish did that pen last week, and that was a little weird, but whatever, they won.
I actually made a comment. If you're gonna pick a guy that you would really depend on to score a last minute penalty, what's his name even? Who's the guy that took it?
El Ghazi, wasn't it?
El Ghazi would be pretty close to the bottom of my list in terms of guys that you can depend on to score a pressure penalty. But credit to him, he stepped up and tucked it away.
He's the rare penalty specialist, I guess.
Maybe.
you don't see him getting too many minutes, but I don't know. I have a hard time believing any game Burnley's involved in will be worth watching, but yeah, you never know.
Yeah. Pretty happy with Burnley. I did watch, like I said, the second half of Burnley Arsenal, and I was pretty happy with the result. As a bit of a Burnley, always have a soft spot for Burnley, so I was pretty happy with their result. The Arsenal really gifted it to them, but it's a step in the right direction for them to accept the gift.
I agree.
Yeah,
What is this?
I didn't quite hit my 1-0 Tarkowski bet, but I was pretty damn close. 1-0 Burnley with a corner kick goal. I mean, I was all over
completely-
it. I was
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah, that is a tough miss.
It would have been even worse if it was the who was the Burnley player that thought they scored it, but then it turned out to be an Aubameyang own goal. I was watching the game and I was thinking to myself, wow, that'd be devastating if that was Tarkowski, but he lost it to the Aubameyang own goal.
Yeah.
I would have protested.
Yeah.
Would have protested the ruin on the field.
Throw it to the dubious goals panel.
Yeah.
All right, Sheffield United, Manchester United. Manchester United away from home are pretty good. Sheffield United aren't very good anywhere. It's got to be a Manchester United win, right?
Yeah, I mean, is this going to ruin their streak of come from behind victories? Can't imagine Sheffield going ahead.
Yeah, honestly, this is like their easiest away game in a while. I wouldn't be surprised if they messed. This is the one they're like, oh, we'll just mess this one up right altogether.
Rashford and Fernandez are going to be on the bench again to try and give them a rest, and we might see them by half.
My goodness, they better not be. If they are, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is literally begging to be fired.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Ole rest like Fernandez again. Just keep it going. Keep playing with fire.
All right, guys. You guys ready to give our bets? We've already had 3 sets of bets for the listeners. Now let's give them the real experts.
We're getting hot. Getting hot at the
Keegan,
right time.
Keegan, you
The
won the
busy
week.
festive period.
You won the week. Give us your bets, buddy.
That is not something I'm used to hearing.
And just fire through them. We don't need explanations, just bets.
Yeah, I only got 4 bets, so pretty soft load here. Start out with United, Leicester, and City in a parlay. Little concerned about Leicester, I'm not going to lie, but I think Everton's performance against Chelsea was just kind of a flash in the pan, so I'm relying on that. $5 pays out $18, and then I'm riding with Tottenham. $4 plays out $19. And then I'm riding with Southampton as well. $5 pays out $16.25. And then the bet that I've kind of patented a little bit, patent pending actually, is the 4-team over under. The 4-team over under parlay. I've hit a couple of those.
There's a
I think these are all pretty great numbers here. Under 2.5 for Arsenal Southampton at 2. So even money there. Over 2.5 and Fulham Brighton at 2. And then the absolute locker is under 2.5 Liverpool Tottenham at 2.2. I don't know when they're gonna learn.
No, me neither.
And then the last one, I was actually searching for a 4th one a little bit, and I ended up going with under for Villa Burnley at 1.9. So $1 there pays out $1 pays $16.80.
All righty. Sandy, you were second place last week. Let's hear the bets. Keep it rolling.
Let's go, boys. All right. I've got the Manchester's to 0 parlay. Both Manchesters to win to 0.
Ooh.
I've got Burnley Villa under. I got Southampton straight up. Leicester straight up. Spurs Liverpool under. And this is the bet I'm patenting, kind of like Keegan's going with the under bet. I'm going with, so I was thinking about this, not really too much, but I'm going to start betting Burnley to win 1-0 every time they're in a winnable game. Because if they win, it's 1-0. They don't win any other score lines. So you may as well. The odds are always like 10-1. So I'm just going to take it every week. If it's like a winnable game, we know they get thrashed by the good teams, but if I think Burnley can win, I'm going to take them 1-0. And I'm sure it'll hit a few times. So yeah, that's what I got.
Hey, the week it hits, you'll be feeling awesome. All right, so you're all done. I'll give mine quick here. Okay, so I've got Newcastle away at Leeds winning 4.5, $5 on that. This is just like the Newcastle away at Crystal Palace the other day. Exact same thing almost. I think they win that game away from home in a game that classic Newcastle boring win. Moving on, I've got Southampton, $5 on Southampton to win, just a better team. getting a disrespectful number against a team that sucks. Arsenal, watch this be the week Arsenal messes it up for us since we're all against them, but whatever, I'm still happy. And you just can't pass up that number for a Southampton team that's on fire. Burnley over Aston Villa. Like you said, Sandy, winnable game. This is the game that Villa loses. They're permanently in the do not trust basket. So I'm going to go Burnley to keep it rolling. Might be 1-0. So maybe that's a better bet, but I just like the straight up at 4.5, $5. I'm on the away teams again this week, guys. I went away from it last week. Didn't work out. I'm back on the away teams. In that theme, Crystal Palace 3.6, an away team. Got to find the value on the away teams, $5 on Crystal Palace. And then I've got some fun double chance parlays for you guys out of the away teams that I like. Southampton to win or draw, parlayed with Newcastle to win or draw. $10 pays out 32. So as long as those two decent teams don't lose, that's a big plus money for me. I've also got Everton or draw. So Everton just not to lose at Leicester, and Brighton to not lose at Fulham. Those two parlayed together, $23, $10 on those, on that parlay. And my last parlay, Crystal Palace or draw and Burnley or draw. So I'm kind of doubling up on these. I mean, if all the away teams win, I'm going to be absolutely fantastic. Obviously that won't happen, but I'm kind of banking on the away teams here because I really do think that's where you can get value. $10 on that one. The draw or Burnley, draw or Palace is $34. And then I couldn't resist but throw $10 on the under 2.5 in the Tottenham Liverpool game. Like you guys said, when are they going to learn? Bookies, you got to be smarter than that. This has got under written all over it. All right, we ripped through
Boys
that.
have some similar bets this week. Maybe it'll be prosperous for us.
Hopefully,
Feel those bets hit. We all got them. You know, if it doesn't happen
unlikely,
too often.
yeah, unlikely, but
Yeah.
a man can dream. Yep, we're sitting at negative 124 as a podcast. Lost our leading scorer, but we're looking to bounce back and come on strong, guys. So it's just us three for this week, and then we're kind of freezing the guest and Marco account until we sort this out with our new additions there, our new signing, and then we'll probably have one of them on as a guest. Maybe we'll throw a bone to second place, let them be a guest for the week after. But yeah,
Our
that's how we're moving forward as a pod. You guys got anything to say? Onwards and upwards, banter, bets, and BPL podcast. No one is bigger than the team. All right, that's going to do it from us, Brother Keegs, Sandy. Thanks for coming on. Also, special thanks to the 3 C's, Coach Cam, Chris, and Cody. Best of luck to the trialists, and we'll see what you guys are made of. Thanks for listening to Banter Bets and BPL. Stay safe, bet safer, and enjoy some midweek games. It's December. The games are coming thick and fast. Super fun time to be a Prem fan. We're going to be enjoying that. So yeah, get some bets in and enjoy it even more.
Good week to mail it in and watch some soccer.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Peace out.